Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Let's go ahead and talk about the Teyana Iman Shumpert situation. So it's a lot going on. This video is kind of long. That Teyana, she went live yesterday. And we all know that Teyana Taylor, she doesn't really go live and tell her business. I think she kind of got humbled after the whole situation with her running her mouth. I was a big Teyana Taylor fan until she went on these hobo tours. I called them the hobo sex tours. Where I really liked her and Iman Shumpert together, but for some reason she felt the need to go from platform to platform like a hobo and tell everybody about what was going on in her and Iman Shumpert's bedroom. Them having threesomes, tossing up bitches, just, telling all her sexual business that nobody asked. And I thought it was very weird that she was doing that because she was always a big promoter of being, of her virginity and, getting with the right person. And, the fact that she got married, she had her children, all that stuff. And I just didn't understand why she was doing all that. So I think she learned a lesson from that because that really was the downfall of her career. It turned a lot of people off. Then she ended up doing her reality TV show. And I did watch it. I did end up checking it out because I love her daughters. They're funny. And I really liked her and Iman's relationship. I just didn't like when she did the little hobo tour a few years ago. And I'm not gonna front like I was cool with that. I called it out. I thought it was bullshit. And it just looked desperate. Like you're willing to do anything to keep this man. And then you fast forward a few years later, now it's all blown up in her face. So what ended up happening is that a few days ago, it came out that Teyana Taylor supposedly got this huge settlement. Let me see if I can pull it up. And they were trying to say that she basically took Iman Shumpert for all his money and poor Iman. It was a lot of dudes like just going in. So many comments about her. She's a gold digger. She walked away with all this money, all of these cars. Iman's gonna have to pay her like $1 million a year. A lot of guys were saying, this is why you don't get married. Marriage is not for men. It was so many male think pieces about this situation, which I kind of suspected would be anytime a divorce settlement comes out. So Teyana Taylor decided to come out and defend herself. And she basically broke down everything. She said everything that was reported is false. Those were her cars. It was a one-time payment of what he owed her. But most importantly, she says that Iman Shumpert is the one leaking this information to make her look bad. Okay? And I just hate the fact that she had to even come out and address this. But I'm glad that she's taken up for herself in this situation because they were going in on her all over social media. So let me go ahead and pull up. Okay, so like I said, this video is kind of long, but we need to get the full context, and I ain't got shit else to do tonight, and I'm sure y'all ain't got nothing to do either, so we're going to enjoy this stream. So let me go ahead and pull up this clip here. All right, and you know what's so funny? When I first saw the video, because I hadn't clicked on it, when I first saw this going viral on social media, why did I think it was Jess Hilarious ranting again? I'm like, oh, Lord, here go Jess Hilarious going off. And I had to realize it was Teyana Taylor. But, because her hair is short, Jess's hair is short. So I thought it was Jess going off again about the whole Breakfast Club thing. So I thought that was funny. So let's go ahead and watch this here, y'all.
Wanted to do was clear that up. It becomes a whole argument. I kept telling Iman, listen, like, we're in a great space. Like, I just want you to stand up for me the way I stand up for you. He then starts bringing up stuff from 2023. Nah, because da-da-da, when you blah-blah-blah, and I did this and da-da-da. Okay, cool. So now you're giving me confirmation that you are still in your feelings about something. You're in your feelings about something. And that's the part that's confusing me, because this divorce have been signed, sealed, delivered in all of the things in 2024. It's 2025. It's 2025. So it's just like, I am, filming 3 movies and a TV show. I am getting ready to release my 2nd Air Jordan. Like, I have a lot of things going on. Where would I find the time to bash you, especially if we've been in a great space? Like, we literally call each other baby daddy, baby mama. Like, what's up, baby daddy? What's going on? Boom, boom. And something you got coming up, I'm like, good luck. We claiming that shit. You got this. Boom, boom, boom. Like, we've really been on solid terms. So I'm trying to understand why you would feel the need not to stand up for me against some shit that you know is not true. On top of the fact that I got proof that you have been leaking these rumors. And it's been literally the same routine. I win an award, a rumor drops. I drop a new movie, a rumor drops. Sneaker premiere, sneaker launch, rumor drops. Movie premiere, rumor drops. Like, it's always something when I have something going on that drops. Now, let's get to why I had to file a motion. I had to file a motion because I told Iman, I'm like, yo, I'm telling you as the mother of our children that I don't feel safe, and you're on this phone starting an argument. So at this point, I'm helpless. So I have to file a motion. Now, where y'all getting the jail thing mixed up is when you file a motion. A motion is something you have to file. It's either file a motion or sue him. I'm never going to sue him. It's never that deep. Filing a motion is like, if these terms are violated, then it could lead up to a fine or jail time. Teyana did not go and demand jail time. Teyana is not trying to get Iman put in jail. One thing about it, let's be very clear. Teyana has tried to keep this divorce private before it even started. I filed for divorce in our initials to protect.
So this is the part I wanted y'all to hear. It wasn't on that other video. She really did go out her way to like really protect Iman. Because even when there were rumors about them breaking up and Iman cheating, she was always coming out to defend, to cover, to play it off. And she said when she initially filed the divorce, she filed it under their initials because she didn't want everybody in her business. But you'll see the games that Iman played for everything to go public to make her look bad as well. So we're going to keep listening here.
Protect me, Iman, and our children. And I stood on that. Our divorce was private and off the radar for a whole year. Until Iman decided to file a motion, which technically, he filed a motion that states he wants this divorce proceeding to go on with our full and legal names. Now, this divorce happening with our full and legal names, you know what that means. That means media circus. That means whatever it is that we do in this divorce, file, motion, response, rebuttal, whatever it is now public information. I never sent him to jail. Like I see, okay, some of y'all still coming in. So yeah, it's just like, let's be clear. I never sent him to jail. Let's also be clear. Y'all said that I won this luxury tour bus. I want a luxury Sprinter. I want a luxury, the Maybach, and I won a Bronco, and I won a Jeep Gladiator. What's that, 5 or 6 cars that I named? I bought those. I paid for those. Trust me, I've seen a lot of women in the comments be excited for me and say, yeah, girl, as you should. No, it's not no as you should. I walked away with what was mine. Let's be clear. And these are cars that I literally bought in the midst of our marriage, during our separation, during our divorce. I walked away with what I came in with. I came in with my own properties. He came in with his own property.
Now ask yourself, if she was looking for clout and attention, she could have been in them comments like, yes, girl, I ran his pockets. I did that. But she's telling folks, these were my vehicles. I didn't take anything from mine. This is just sad. This is sad that she even has to come out and address this because, like I said, those comments I was seeing towards her were so ugly and so evil.
It's about 4 properties that both me and Iman put time, construction, money, hundreds and thousands of dollars into our properties. We have 4 of those. He got 2 of those and I got 2 of those. Now, 4, 5, 6, 7. That leaves us with 3 properties. Let's get ready to do some math. This property right here was a property that Iman paid for all by himself that had nothing to do with me. These 2 properties right here is properties that I put money into that I bought all by myself out of my pocket. Y'all sitting there going off of net worths that has nothing to do with nothing. Them shits ain't even real. Like, it's just, it's really weird to me because it's really disappointing that you have people like The Shade Room or all these other blogs that are literally sitting there bending the narrative. Is insane. And further showing me that we understand what's going on here. We understand what's going on here. Like, one thing y'all know I've done is be graceful this whole time. I've handled this whole divorce with grace. When Iman first leaked the divorce and filed our names to go public, who jumped on the internet and protected him? I jumped on the internet and said, y'all just please stop. Like, just, I don't want y'all in a group chat. Just please give me and my family some privacy. Protected him. When the lights was turned off and the utilities and shit was turned off, who got up on the internet and again protected Iman? Ain't nobody get my lights turned off. I boom, 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 da 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 da. Before y'all even knew that we was ever getting a divorce, when all the scandals came out about Iman, I'm the one that jumped on the internet and said, not too much on my best friend. We're still doing this. We're still doing that. This is my buddy. This is my da 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 da. I've done nothing but try to protect us.
She's not lying. As somebody who sips and spills tea, she has protected this man with the longest cape I've ever damn seen. She really has. She's always shut down rumors and tried to diffuse the situation and, really like have his back. She really did. So I'm just shocked that Iman is doing this and that now she's done protecting him. And now she's putting it all out. You can tell she's at her wit's end because Teyana, like I said, I haven't seen her this vulnerable or even telling her business like this because I think she learned from that hobo sex tour. She don't come online and tell her business like this. So she's not lying here.
The fact that you are okay with the world thinking that I took you for everything that you had, have the world thinking that I tried to get you locked up, sitting here playing victim. Let me explain something to y'all about people. For people that's saying, oh, well, what would Iman get out of leaking these rumors that make him look bad? Some people are okay with looking bad just as long as you look worse. Okay?
Message. Okay? She said some people are okay looking bad as long as you look worse. That is a message. And you have a lot of bitter ass men, a lot of sassy men out here, okay, who love to dish it. And if they're going down, you're going down with them. But like I always say, when it's all said and done, if you didn't make me, you damn sure can't break me. And that's the same thing I want to tell Teyana. Teyana been out here doing the damn thing since she was 15 years old. So he can't destroy nothing that God has for her. Period, point blank. And I don't mean to be preaching now, but that message hit home. That's the truth.
Y'all have to understand that. Y'all have to understand that. Before this divorce, during this divorce, and after this divorce, I protected that man with all I had in me. With all I had, I've been nothing but solid to that man. And all I asked for was for him to stand up for me. Stand up for me. You see what's happening. You see it's not true. If I didn't file that motion, then I would have had to continue to deal with this. I have 3 movies coming up and a TV show coming up in the same year. You think I want to keep dealing with, oh my God, new movie comes out. Here's another random rumor about a divorce that's a year old. Second movie come out. Here's another rumor. Third movie come out. Here's another rumor. And then it's always conveniently coming out when Iman has a new song or a new venture coming his way. I'm not here to talk about any of our personal business. I'm here to talk about exactly what is on the internet that is making me look like I'm some type of villain. So yes, of course, a person is willing to leak some shit that make them look like a victim. It's not cool. It's not cool. And then y'all saying, oh, she's always responding. Teyana hasn't responded to anything. The only thing I've ever responded to was me protecting him.
Facts.
Me protecting him. I'm waiting for y'all to show me the proof where I said, put Iman in jail. I never, ever, ever said put Iman in jail. Never. Never. But what we're not going to do is act like I wasn't Teyana Taylor before I got with Iman Shumpert. Iman Shumpert was not even in the NBA when I was Teyana Taylor. What are we talking about? Let's be clear.
Preach.
What if I want to get my back blown out in peace? You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old? That's a year old, y'all. Let's be fucking for real. Let's be real. And I'm like just so irritated because I didn't want none of this to come out from the beginning. So when people saying, for everybody that's saying, oh, well, this y'all celebrities, this is what come with it. No divorce stuff is private. It can absolutely stay private if you allow it to stay private. I'm going to give you one even better. We went to mediation that he did not show up to. Mediation avoids you from going to court. Sorry, my phone's dying. Mediation is for you to figure it out before you even have to take it to court. I'm not negotiating nothing. I don't want to da-da-da-da, boom, 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 boom. Now we got to go to court. Cool. We'll go to court because we can't figure it out. He won't show up to mediation. I'm stuck paying for that. Bet. Cool. We got to go to court. My biggest mistake, but something that I don't regret, was giving him the amount of grace that I gave him because it only backfired on me.
Yep.
It only backfired on me because I gave a man grace who didn't give it back. So for y'all sitting there saying she want to see the father of her children in jail, I never said that. But most importantly, as the mother of his children, I told him I didn't feel safe. Niggas is saying, yeah, because if I was Shump, I would have offed that bitch. She would have to take her to see the king and da-da-da-da. I'm literally getting threats by grown men. By grown men. And I'm literally going to my ex-husband. Keep in mind, me and Iman are on good terms. I didn't even know we was beefing. So I hit him on some like, hey, baby daddy, what's going on? Like, yo, like, people was putting out these blogs. And then, you know, somebody's kind of sending me a little bit of proof that you're paying to ship this stuff around to promote and help trend your name. Like, you know, I'm like, but I don't want to believe that it's you because we're in such a great space. Like, I got love for you for real, for real. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got love for you for real, for real. So I just like want to know if you could like stand up for me. Cause I mean, I feel like I've been standing up for you to say I've been protecting you by staying silent. That's so like passive aggressive and like, what you trying to say? You protecting me by staying silent. You're protecting me by making me look like I took everything from you.
Imagine getting threatened by people on the internet. And you got, I'm sure I wasn't the only one who saw these comments. You know, these were like red pill conversations. People were dragging her on Twitter. I believe 100% she was getting death threats. Because people were so mad. Iman was the victim. This is why you should never get married. All these women are gold diggers. Because a lot of the comments I saw were just disgusting. And I'm like, y'all don't even know if this is real information, if this is what really happened you don't know the details. It's just what's online. So for her to call Iman wanting protection, wanting help, and for him to be like, well, I'm staying silent, you know, that's very passive aggressive. And he's doing that to basically gaslight her. Like, you should be happy I'm not going online and blasting you. What kind of shit is that, especially when she has defended this man time and time again?
Are you serious? Do you realize even when I made the post to say not too much of my best friend, that was to give you a clean slate to do what you wanted to do, whether that was move on, get it right, fight for your family, whatever it was. I gave you a clean slate without people having to bash you. You were caught in the scandal around the time I made that announcement, not me. So it's just like, I don't understand what the issue is. And like I said, above all, we wound up going to court. I watched you say some really, really hurtful and nasty things about me. I still was cordial with you. I still was also, we're not going to sit here and make it seem like Teyana's using Iman for anything. Like, at the end of the day, yes, Iman made his money and so did I. I've been in this business since I was 15 years old. We're not going to act like my bank account is like, nah, we're not doing that. I've had several Jordans. I've had several movies, several deals, all still active. All still active. And the crazy part about it is, I said nothing when him and his lawyer told the internet, oh, Teyana's making more money. Teyana's bringing more money a month in than Iman is. Just because Iman played ball don't mean that this is a thing where it's like I'm trying to take money off of him. Iman haven't played ball since 2020. So yes, actively during the divorce, I was bringing more money than him in. I am. So it's just like, how are we sitting here making it seem like I'm being a gold digger or taking from him? And we're not going to do that. I bought my tour bus with my hard-earned money. I bought my Sprinter with my hard-earned money. I bought my Maybach with my hard-earned money. I bought my Maybach after Iman crashed my Rolls Royce and never replaced it. That I also bought. Okay? What are we talking about? Every single car that I walked away with, I literally paid for out of my pocket. Out of my pocket. Now, at this point, I made myself clear. Y'all gonna think what y'all want to think regardless. Y'all gonna still run with y'all narratives because that's what people do. But one thing you will have clear is that Teyana ain't take nothing from Iman. Oh, and that $1 million y'all claiming, that 7-figure, 8-figure, it was a one-time fee of $1 million in damages. When Iman crashed the $400,000 Rolls Royce and Iman did whatever other stuff he did, that was the things he had to pay me back. Iman left me with a whole lot of shit. That's another thing. Let's be clear with that too. When you're dividing marital assets, when you're dividing houses and stuff, if it's still bills a part of it, if it's still whatever taxes, who you think got to pay for that? Because, bitch, let's be clear. Bitch, you think auntie want to be stuck paying taxes and bills and da-da-da-da, boom, boom, boom? No. But guess what? I've been doing it. So it's not a win-win for either one of us. At the end of the day, we were two people that really loved each other at one point. And let's be real. We were two people that really loved each other at one point. You feel me? No one wins when the family feuds. Point blank in a period.
All right, y'all. Let me come back on the screen. She goes on and talk for about 40 minutes, but that was the main gist of it that I wanted you guys to see. And I just think it's sad that she's even having to deal with that because, like I said, since the hobo thing, Teyana has kind of reshifted, rebranded, and she's kept her, like, it's almost like she learned a lesson from that. Thank God she did. And she has kept her business and everything off of the internet. And she really went above and beyond to protect him. And, it's just, what I'm seeing, it's showing that it doesn't matter if a man is rich and has a bunch of money, a bunch of status, immaturity, narcissism, it knows no bounds. It doesn't matter if the guy's a dusty working at Bojangles or, an actor or, a basketball player. It just shows, how narcissistic he is. It's like sometimes you're sleeping with the enemy. Sometimes the people that you're with can be jealous of you, can be jealous of what you bring to the table, opportunities that are coming your way. And because they're upset at their life and what's going on with them, they take that out on you. And that's what I feel is going on here. Because you don't really get Teyana Taylor being that candid, being that open, being that honest, being that feminine. I know a lot of times people joke like, oh, she needs to come out the closet. She gives me masculine energy. The way she's describing everything was very feminine, very honest. She still wants a friendship with her ex. She still wants them to be cordial. They have 2 babies that they have to raise. And for her to, come out and speak on it, it says a lot. Like and I remember when I was seeing these posts, I'm like, damn, that's dirty. I wonder if anybody's going to come out and say something. I had to get to her for her to come out and defend herself. Because I kept thinking, well, where did Iman get all this money to just buy somebody, 6 cars in a tour bus? That's a lot of money. I don't see him tricking off like that. Maybe getting her 1 car, but 6. Some of that sounds like some personal assets. And somebody's adding a lot of sauce to the stew. And now we find out that's exactly what was going on. So, at this point, it's just like, child, it seems like some of these relationships are just, they're more trouble than it's worth. And unfortunately, that was her husband. And for her to be going through all this is insane. And he's clearly trying to make her look like the bad guy because, again, when she initially filed this divorce, she filed it to make it private, to protect her, the daughters, their information. And then for him to want to fight to publicly put the names out there is because he's also trying to dim her light, affect her reputation and, make it look like, well, she did this and she has issues too. When they both could have just protected both of their reputations. Like she said, it didn't even have to go to court. She had paid for mediation so they could come to the table and just split their assets and go their separate ways. But he didn't want that. So you got to watch out for people like that. People who want to take you down once something is over. It speaks a lot about their character. So it's really sad that she's gone through that. I feel really bad for her. She's given him a lot of grace. And that's one thing I'll say is that sometimes as women, we give people, not just men, but, women and just whoever, we give people way too much grace. We second guess ourselves. We don't want to look like the bad guy. We don't want to look like the bitch. So we keep giving people grace, knowing that we shouldn't. And then it comes back to bite us in the butt. But then again, when you don't give people grace, then you're bitter, you're angry, and all this other stuff. So it's like you can't win for losing. And it's just unfortunate that, some people just have big hearts and want to look out for other people. And I don't care if you're a male or a female. Some people just love hard and try to look out for others. And people take advantage of that. People take your kindness for weakness. And I think that's what happened in this situation is that he took her kindness, he took her grace, he took the fact that she's had his back and that, she's tried to make it so his reputation wasn't sullied. She was trying to protect him. But again, you can't keep protecting somebody who's not doing the same for you. And a lot of these men, not all of course, but some of these men, especially in these celebrity situations, they're not here to protect their women. They want to tear them down and basically just, ruin them. So it's sad. I think that, and again, I like Iman. I liked Iman as a basketball player. I didn't know the ins and outs of their relationship. It's not my business. But I liked what I saw on TV. I thought they were a beautiful couple. They were both funny. They both had similar personalities. And it's sad that it didn't work out. But it's sad that these rumors and these, news articles are constantly being put out about her to dim her light and make her look bad. When she really don't bother nobody. That's one thing I'll say. She really doesn't bother anybody. She's not like one of these messy celebrities who always has her business out there, going back and forth with her baby daddy, arguing on social media. Teyana Taylor's not like that. And Iman should be grateful because you got some other guys, they're going through hell with the women that they chose to procreate with. They're being embarrassed every fucking day on Instagram. Teyana has never done that to Iman. And still he couldn't even come out and have her back and say, you know what, y'all? That wasn't the correct article. leave my baby mother alone. You know, she didn't take anything from me. Those were her cars. He refused to dead the rumors because he was sitting back enjoying the shit show. That's why he refused to dead it. He enjoyed the fact that this was bringing her down a notch. And this was, like she said, he doesn't mind looking bad as long as she can look worse. And when that article came out, oh, she looked like all types of gold digging. You know, she was everything but a child of God in those comment sections. From the shade room to the YouTube comments. So I don't blame her for being upset and defending herself. So people are asking why she, you know, going live and doing all this talking. She's defending herself as she should, because why? Her ex-husband refused to. When he knows damn well that's not right. Because one thing I will say, she has caped for that man. She has always come out and had his back publicly. Deaded any rumors. Try to, you know, quail the flames. He's never done the same for her. And that's sad. That's sad. You know, I'm glad she, you know, she got a chance to tell her side of the story, because like I said, you know, if it was anybody else, like if it was like Carisha, I don't care about anything Carisha has to say. But Teyana is not a Carisha. You know what I'm saying? Teyana has been keeping to herself, you know, trying to protect Iman, trying to protect her family. And to watch all of this stuff play out, to me, is just, it's a shame. It's a shame that he allowed this narrative to be spun when he knows it wasn't true. So I'm glad she got to come out and defend herself. I believe there was an update. I think this, okay, so it looks like he talked about it. So that might have been, because they have DJ Academics in this article. Let me share my screen. So in this article, where she went to go file a petition saying he's in, you know, contempt of court. So I'm thinking this is where a lot of the hate ended up coming from, because DJ Academics talked about it too. Let's see what he had to say.
But it's all good. I get it. Now, the allure of this traditional woman in this traditional relationship, and of course, making a woman a good woman by marrying her, it affects everybody. And, you know, I would imagine when it comes to, you know, Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor, probably the case. I'm not going to sit here and speak for him. I don't think probably he regrets being married to this woman. But now we've seen that they have divorced. And an NBA player who gained a decent sum of money when he was in the NBA, even though Iman Shumpert career earnings, even though we know the story of NBA players and athletes, their income precipitously drops off after they're not in the league. And usually most of these guys are not smart enough to make other passive income that they could create residual income after they're not in the NBA. Or even if they do, it's not up to the level that they were getting before. If they were getting $20 million per year, usually people, Iman Shumpert, and they do, it appears at least via this picture, they have 2 beautiful children. This is what is being determined by the court to be fair. The guy made $48 million, and check this out. They're giving the woman, Teyana, 4 houses worth over $10 million. They're giving her another multi-million-dollar payout, which is a 7-figure payout. They're then giving her luxury vehicles, including a $300,000 Maybach, a $70,000 Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus. Now, I also want to pause here and be very fair. We don't know how much of her income went into buying these things. But again, if we're here to be reasonable and think that he's probably made a lot more money than her, because NBA money is usually just more than rap money, we're thinking the majority of his money went into most of these things, right? And then here's the thing. So she's going to retain full ownership of her companies. So he doesn't get anything of hers. So she only gets things that he owns, or not necessarily he owns, but assets that they got, which I guess could be liquidated, cars, houses, and obviously a 7-figure payout, which is multi-million-dollar settlement or just wire. And she's going to retain all ownership of her companies. He gets none of that. And he will also pay $8,000 a month in child support, which I do think is a W. You got 2 kids, $8K a month. I actually do believe that's not that bad for a former NBA player. $8K a month to cover their, and he has to cover their private tuition, which that might come up to like $40,000, $50,000 per child. So that might be another extra $100,000 that he has to pay per child.
Okay, so y'all get the point. He's breaking it down. So they didn't put him in this article in this TMZ article for no reason. So now it makes sense. Like I said, I saw comments that were definitely going at her. So if he talked about it, all them damn chat niggas ate her ass up. So now it makes sense why they have his video in the TMZ article. Y'all know his fans, child. They're a mess. So them fans, he calls his fans the chat niggas. So what I see now what happened. He talked about it and they went running to her comment section to let her know that she ain't shit. And that they're never going to get married and women ain't nothing and married, you know. I can just imagine after he covered it, what happened, the shit show that ensued. So, you know, again, I hope she keeps her head up and I hope that her and Iman, you know, figure out a happy medium, you know, because at the end of the day, they have those two beautiful daughters together and they're stuck together for at least another 18, you know, years. So, yeah.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.